So good evening everybody. So this is we were doing the lesson number 2. Lesson number 2, that is safety about the computer, right? So where we studied what is computer lab, and last lessons we studied what is computer lab. Why computer lab is so important, because there are many expensive devices are available in the computer lab. So that's what it's expensive, and therefore we have to protect them. So when we are talking about protecting a computer lab, so we have to understand about the safety of ourselves and the safety of the device, right? So that what we were discussing. Then where we studied what is safety of on ourselves, right? So that means we have to understand where the uh, fire extinguisher is available. In an emergency case, we can take that fire extinguisher and we can blow out the fire, no? And then the emergency exit, we have to understand where this emergency exit in our computer lab, and we should not play inside the computer, right? So those are the things that we have to understand about the safety of ourselves. And then after that we studied about the safety of the devices. So what are the things that we discussed about the safety of the devices? So that means we have to use the instructions given by the computer lab. So we have to follow them, and we have to keep the computer room clean, and we have to make dust free environment on that places. And then we have to if you are using a device, so we have to keep that after using that, we have to keep the same device in the proper place. We should not keep here and there all those devices. And when we are going inside the computer lab, we have to remove your shoes, so that the dust and the sands will not come inside the computer room, right? And if you are using some devices like storage devices like pen drive or CD or floppy disk, then we should first scan them to make sure there is no viruses, and then we have to use it, right? So that we have to uh, keep free of virus in our computer lab, right? And then we should not bring any foods or water or liquid things inside the computer lab. So those are the things that we have to follow in order to keep the safety of the device, right? So that's what we were discussing. Then after that we understood how we are going to switch on a computer. So there is a way of doing that. So we understood how to switch on the computer. Then we understood how to shut down the computer. That means after using the computers, we have to close it. So when you are closing, we call it shutdown. So there is a proper way of shutdowning, so that we understood how to shut down the computer. And then after that we were discussing in that the ethics of the computer room. So when we are go inside the computer, when we are using the computer, there are many ethics that we have to follow up. Ethics means rules and regulations that we are going to use in the computer lab. So those are we discussed what are the ethics and what we have to do, all those things. Am I correct? Haven't we did this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we were doing that one. Then after that we studied the correct posture of the computer. When you go and sit down in the computer, there is a way of sitting down, right? Just not go and sit down here and there, but we have to sit down in straightly, and our monitor should be to the level of our eye. There is a distance between monitor and ourselves, no? So there are many methods that we discussed that also. So we call it correct posture, right? So how we are going to use in the computer lab. So these we discussed in that way, right? Then after that uh, we were discussing the last point was e-waste. E-waste is the electronic equipments which are not used or which are unusable or which may be damaged. So those are called e-waste. So when we are talking about e-waste, we have to use e-waste in proper way. Otherwise, in that e-waste, there are many uh, things that is damaged in our life, right? There are many harmful things are containing inside the e-waste. So if we put here and there, so those harmful things will affect to our life and we may get sick. Sometimes there are some sicknesses which are not curing, uncurable, right? Which cannot be cured. So something like cancer, something like that can happen because of this e-waste. Therefore, we have to keep away these e-waste in a proper way. So as Sri Lankans, we use 3R method to keep this e-waste away. So you know what is 3R method, right? අපි දැන් එතනද තමයි කතා කර කර යන්න ඕනේ පුතේ. අපි පාඩම මෙතන ඉඳලා කතා කරගෙන යමු. So we have discussed from there itself, and today we can finish the lessons and then we go through the activity book, right? So that we can have some sort of a more polishing the lesson, right? Okay. Uh, right. So did you write down what is e-waste?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Then did you write down what is 3R method? No.
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
All right. So what is 3R? First R is
Reduce.
reduce. What do you mean by reduce? So we have to use the devices as much as less. I mean, for example, I should not use the 2 or 3 mobile phones. Only one phone is enough. Some people are using 2 mobile phones or 3 mobile phones. So that's what it says. We should not have a more device. Only one device is enough for our work. And what is the second is
Re-
reuse. Reuse means we have to, if device is broken, then we have to repair it and use again. Rather than getting a new thing, we can use the same thing what we had. By repairing that, we can use it. So that is another concept. Right. Third concept is third R is recycle. Recycle means we use those devices for another purpose, right? Mm, for example, we can use if the mobile phone is not working, but I can use the mobile phone's camera as a CCTV camera, no? Right? If you have a CRT monitors, a big monitor is there, so you can use that big monitor that outside that container as a flower vase, no, or some other things we can use them. Like that, for alternative ways we can use those devices, right? That is what we call recycle. If not so, we can, for example, if it is a plastic, we can boil them, right? And then we can use another device, right? So those things can happen. That's what we call recycle. ප්‍රතිශක්තිකරණය කරනවා කියන්නේ ඒකටයි සිංහලෙන්, right? අපි ඒ ටික සාකච්ඡා කරා මං හිතන්නේ last week. හොඳයි. අපි දැනගෙන ඉන්න ඕනේ එහෙනම් ඒ වගේ recycle කරන ආයතන කීපයක්. So we have to understand a few company that where we can hand over those devices for the recycling, right? So shall we write down that also? අපි එකක්
Okay, sir.
ලියාගමු. Okay. Okay, write down this one.
Sir, I have finished writing. Sir, finished writing.
Right, finish, I think, no?
No, sir.
Ah. PA to PA, PAR.
Finished, sir.
Okay. මචිසා ඔයා වීඩියෝ එකෙන් බැලුවා නේද කියසුමන්ට සුමානේවා?
No, sir.
ඇයි? බලන්න එපා. නැත්නම් තේරෙන්නේ නැතුව නම් බැලුවේ නැත්නම් නිකන් හරි ආපු නිදසක් આવුත් ටක් ගාලා බලන්න වීඩියෝ එක. හරිද? නැත්නම් ඔයාලට තේරෙන්නේ නැතුව යනවා එන්නේ ඒකයි. Okay. Right. So there are recycling institute are there. So that means companies where we can hand over them so that they will recycle, right? Waste management, Ceylon Waste Management Private Limited, EcoBiz World Private Limited, Clean Tech Private Limited, Thick Green Private Limited, British Ceylon Produce Expert ඔය වගේ තව තියෙන්න පුළුවන් ගොඩක් companies, right? අපි ඒ වගේ ආයතන වලට අපිට ඕනනම් අපේ products ටික දෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒතර ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒවා recycle කරනවා. ඊට අමතරව අපිට ආදායමක් හොයාගන්නත් පුළුවන් ඒකෙන්. Right? Okay. And using computer password. So that also you can write down. I'll explain you. Can write down. I'll explain you.
Sir, I have finished writing. Done.
Matisha, ඉවරයිද?
Yes, sir.
Okay. අනුත්තර ලියනවාද?
No, sir.
ආ. හරි. දැන් මෙතන කියන්නේ using computer password. Right. So we can protect our computer also by giving a password. Okay. So password is a key to open the computer. So when you are opening the computer, you have to give a password. Right, most of the computer when you switch on it, so before we start to the windows, it is asking us username and password. We have to give the username and password, right? So without giving the username password, you can't open the computer. So by giving username and password, we can protect our computer so that the unauthorized people cannot inside the computer. They cannot open the computer, no? Only the authorized person can open the computer. So that's what we need to have a computer password. Okay. Now password is the key to open the computer. It is used to protect the computers and its sensitive data. So what do you mean by sensitive data? Puta, what do you mean by sensitive data? A data which is very important for you and which should not known others, right? Others should know what is that data. So that's what we call sensitive data. So those sensitive data can be protected from the others, right? by using the password. When you create a password, consider the following. So you have to give the password. So when you are going to use the password, so you have to create a password. So when you are creating password, you must consider those points. What are those points? First one, collecting of letters, numbers and symbols. අපි නිකම්ම නිකං අපි කියන්නේ අපි පාස්වර්ඩ් එකක් දාන්නේ මතීෂා කියලා නිකම්ම. එහෙම දාන්නේ ඇයි? එහෙම දැම්මොත් හැමෝටම හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් නේ. අපි simple letters, capital letters, numbers, සංකේත, ඉලක්කම්. So we use all of them in mixing way. ඒ හැම එකක්ම mix කරලා තේරුමක් ඇති වචනයක් හැටියට අපි පාස්වර්ඩ් එකක් නිර්මාණය කරන්න ඕනේ. Must not be easily guessed. දැන් අපි දාන පාස්වර්ඩ් එක බොහොම ලේසියෙන් තව කෙනෙකුට ගෙස් කරන්න නම් වැඩක් නෑ ඒක දාලා නේද? දැන් උදාහරණයක් වශයෙන් ඔන්න මතීෂා පාස්වර්ඩ් එකක් දාන්න යනවා. පාස්වර්ඩ් එක දාන්නේ මොකද්ද? එයා දාන සිතුමි කියලා. දැන් අපිට ගෙස් කරලා ගහන්න බැරිද ඒක? පුළුවන් ගහන්න. තමන්ගේ නම, අම්මා තාත්තගේ නම, තමන්ගේ හොඳම යාළුවගේ නම දාන්නේ නැහැ. So we don't use those things, right? So we have to be careful not to give others to guess your password. Okay? Use hint to remember the password. So for example, you are not remember what is password is there, but the password is also available, but you can't understand, you can't remember that. Then what happened? Then we have to again redefine, we have to gain that password. There are some hint, by using hint we can understand the password. හරිද මතීෂා? hint එකක් කියන්නේ මොකද්ද?
Uh, something that will help you find the answer.
Very good. That means a clue. No, that means a clue or else a hint, which, as Matisha said, which help us to understand, to remind the correct password. No. Then use hint. Next one, using email, it can be restored. So if you are giving a username to the file, right? You are giving the username to the file, but if you forget it, so you can use the email to recover that one. අමතක වුණොත් මොකද්ද කියලා බලන්න අපිට email එක පාවිච්චි කරලා email එක කරා අපිට අවශ්‍ය දේ ගෙන්න ගන්න පුළුවන්. බලන්න ඒක මොකද්ද කියලා නේද? Next one is cannot start with numbers. අපි නමක් දෙද්දි number එකකින් පටන් ගන්නෙ මොකකින්ද? අකුරකින් තමයි පටන් ගන්නෙ, right? Cannot start with numbers. ඒ කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? ඉලක්කම් වලින් පටන් ගන්න බෑ කියන එකයි කියන්නේ නේද? username passwords අපි ඉලක්කම් වලින් පටන් ගන්නෙ නෑ, right? අකුරකින් තමයි පටන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Next one is cannot start with numbers. Okay? Cannot start with numbers. No spaces. අපේ email හරි මොකක්hari ගහද්දි password එක ගහද්දි space තියලා ගහන්නේ නැහැ. space නැතුවයි ගහන්න ඕනේ. ඒක තනි වචනයක් හැටියට යන්න ඕනේ. Right? It's a single word. So without giving spaces, you have to use the password whatever you want. Okay? So those are the points. Right. Now three of you can go to the beginning of the lesson number 2 up to the lesson number 2 point up to the finishing here, right? Just check whether it can be done something like that in that area. Okay, go ahead through quickly. Just go quickly through the lesson number 2 from the beginning up to now quickly. Lesson number 2. Okay, any questions? අර උත්තර පොත බලා ගන්න ඕනේ මොනවද තියෙන කියලා බලන්න ටක් ගාලා අඩුපාඩු අහන්න ඕනේ. Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
Right.
No, sir.
Okay. Matisha, any questions, any point?
No, sir.
No. Okay. If that's so, let's move to the activity book. Let's move to the activity book. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Then move to the activity. Abhi activity pote pehla kamu. අපි එකේ පළවෙනි පාඩම කරාද Kevin? Have you done the first lesson as activity book? Kevin?
Sir, wait.
Okay. If you not have done, let's do it from the 1.1.
Okay.
Go ahead with 1.1 and we'll start it. Okay, we'll do it. First 1.1, then after that 1.1 there is 1 and 2, 1.1, 1.2 also there. 1.1 ඉවර කරලා ඉන්නකෝ ඉස්සෙල්ලා. Just do it 1.1 and 1.2. Okay, go ahead. Matisha, finish or not yet? Huh?
I have done it earlier, sir, in
Right.
this school.
Okay. What about the others? Not yet.
Done it, sir.
Anuttara?
No, sir.
Alright, make it quick. Those who did the activity 1.1, then go ahead with the 1.2. Atisha, you were there?
Sir,
Oh,
uh, there are some that I couldn't do in page number 5. Can I do that?
yes, of course. Go ahead. You have to all continue 1.2 also, then 1.3 if possible, like that you have to do it, right? Need anything you have to ask me. Don't keep quiet. අනුතර මාරි අහන්න තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න.
Okay, sir.
Right, first one lesson is over.
What, sir? Sir, sir, sir.
ඔව් පුතේ ඇහෙනවා කියන්න.
Is it okay if I do Intel page number 7?
Page number 7. Ah, yes, okay, no problem. Okay, go ahead. නේද පුතේ?
Yes, sir.
හරි. බලමු අපි එහෙනම්. right. පළවෙනි එකේ describe the computer software. හොඳ අපි ඉස්සලා කතා කරා නේද ඒක? computer software කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා නේද?
Yes, sir.
මතීෂා කියන්න බලන්න මොනවද computer software කියන්නේ කියලා?
A program which we cannot touch is called a software.
Okay. So which of the following is a software? මෙතන තියෙන වලින් software මොනවද කියලා? monitor, operating system, mouse, printer. මොකක්ද?
Operating system.
Yes, very good. So operating system is the an example for this in this four, right? ඒකට එන්න operating system කියන එක එන්න ඕනේ. තුන්වෙනි එක. Write five example for a computer software. Right.
Data operating system, MSS, media player, video editing software.
හොඳයි කෙවින්ගේ උත්තර ටික.
MS Office, Google, Google Chrome, PowerPoint, MS Word.
අනුත්තර.
සර් ඒකට මම උත්තර ලිව්වේ නැහැ.
දැන් ඔයාලා දන්නවද මොනවද ලියන්න ඕනේ කියලා? දැන් දන්නවද?
මොකද්ද සර්?
දැන් දන්නවද උත්තර ලියන්න ඕනේ මොනවද කියලා පුතේ? දැන් මොකද අපි යන්නේ? operating system ලියන්න පුළුවන්, MS Word කියලා ලියන්න පුළුවන්, Microsoft Access කියලා ලියන්න පුළුවන්, Microsoft PowerPoint කියලා ලියන්න පුළුවන් නේද? Paint එක ලියන්න පුළුවන්, graphic design කියලා ලියන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේ ගොඩක් software කැමති software එකක් ලියන්න කියලා කියන්නේ. අංක 4. What is a computer hardware? Computer hardware, Kevin?
All the things that can be touched in the computer system.
Matisha?
A program that we can touch.
That we can touch?
No.
No, that's wrong. A program that we cannot touch but can be seen. මේක අහන්නේ මේ hardware නේද පුතේ?
Yes.
ඉතින් program එකක් වෙන්න බෑනේ පුතේ එතන එන්න. hardware
Okay.
එකම program එකක් වෙන්න බෑ. අපි කියන්නේ කොහොමද එන? A part of the computer that can be touched. Right? අපිට අල්ලන්න පුළුවන් කොටස් තමයි අපි කියන්නේ මොනවා කියලාද? hardware කියලා, right? Hardware is anything that we can touch in the computer. Computer touch කරන්න පුළුවන් ඕනම දෙයක් hardware එකක්. Okay. Which of the following is an example for hardware? අනුත්තර?
Monitor,
Yes, that's correct. Monitor is example for hardware. Write 5 example for computer hardware. අපිට දාන්න පුළුවන් එකට mouse, printer, keyboard, motherboard, speaker. So whatever you can touch thing you can write down here. Okay? Right, number 7. Write 3 example for occasions where the computer is used in the day-to-day activities.
Hospital.
The example for occasions. Occasions කියලා කියන්නේ පුතේ ස්ථාන නෙමෙයි. අවස්ථා උත්සව නේද? Right, Kevin, what are the answers?
to study, to shop, to play.
Yes, to study අපි අධ්‍යාපනයට පාවිච්චි කරනවා. in a shop සාප්පුවක පාවිච්චි කරනවා. ඊළඟට
Play.
to play ක්‍රීඩාව සඳහා භාවිතා කරනවා නේද? හරිද අනුත්තර?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 8. Number 8. Explain two ways in which the computer can be used for agriculture. Agriculture ට පාවිච්චි කරන අවස්ථා දෙකක් ලියන්න කියන මොනවාද?
Used for harvesting and weeding.
Very good. Used for harvesting and weeding. What is the other one?
Supplying water to crops. Supplying water to crops.
I couldn't hear Kevin. Again, tell me.
Supplying water to crops.
Yes, supplying water to craft. Yes.
Sir,
Uh,
අන්තිම ප්‍රශ්න මට ඒක ලියන්න බැරි වුණා.
ඔව් ඒකට උත්තර ලියන්න ඕනේ. ඒ ටික තමයි මොනවද ලියන්න ඕනේ? supplying water to crops වාට එක උදාහරණයක්. අනිත් එක මතීෂා කිව්වා. මොකද්ද මතීෂා කිව්වේ? අනිත් උදාහරණය
Use for harvesting and weeding.
using for harvesting and weeding. Harvesting and weeding. Right. Okay. අපි 1.4 වල ඉඳලා ඊළඟ දවස් දෙන්දලා කරගෙන යමු නේද පුතේ? So next week we will start from there itself and then we will revise again. No අපි තෝර හැම දෙයක්ම revise කරගන්න ඕනේ. තොර අපිට exam එකට ඉස්සෙල්ලා අපිට ඔක්කොම revise කරන්න පුළුවන් එතකොට right? So we will do it next week from there itself. Okay. So මතීෂා කොහොමද class එක? අමාරුද? ලේසිද? හොඳයිද? මොකද?
Good.
පුතේ?
Good.
Good.
Excellent.
Right. Okay. මොනාරි ඔයාලා අපහසුතාවක් මොනවාරි තියෙනම් කියන්න ඕන. හදන්න තියෙන්න එපා. හරිද? Right. Okay. now අපි next week හම්බ වෙනම් මේ වෙලාවට right? Okay නම් බුදු සරණයි ජේසුස් පිටා එනවා. God bless you all, right?
God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you පුතා. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Bye.